When you get admitted into Berea, you get
pineapple.
a job. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Silvia Aispuro. For those of you who are new here, I make informational, entertainment, and lifestyle videos, and today's video has been a long-awaited one. Several of you have left comments on my A Day in the Life of a Berea College Student videos, and I will be answering those questions for you guys today here in this video, okay? So before we continue with the video, I actually want to let you guys know that if you have any further questions, any more specific type questions, those are usually the easiest ones to answer, go ahead and drop those down in the comment section below, and I will be answering them hopefully in a future video. So with that out of the way, I'm actually going to be doing a twist on today's question and answer video because I will be taking you guys to the gym with me. You will be following along with my workout because I am an HHP major and I love working out. I love training people, and if I can get you guys to have like a further knowledge of like lifts with regards to training, maybe, you know, I might be doing something with regards to like what I'm learning. So, you know, I'm just gonna introduce you guys to a few new lifts as I answer you guys' questions. So here we go. Catch you guys in a bit. Enter super cool transition now.
Oh, you make me wanna talk back to you. Say it like that. If I hate you, then find someone new. Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I choke you down just like a pill.
Alright guys, so that was the warm-up. The first question that was asked was whether it was hard to get accepted into Berea College, and the answer is that as long as you're being involved in extracurricular activities, as long as you're getting good grades in school, as long as you have something new to bring to Berea College. Berea really values ethnic backgrounds. They really value diversity. That's one of our biggest mottos. I feel like as long as you have something new to bring to the college, and as long as you're a hard worker and you show it within your studies or within how involved you are within your community or within your school, you'll be pretty set to be accepted into the college. Get involved if you're not already. Do some sports, do some extracurriculars, get into some clubs. Try to do at least somewhat well in your classes, at least like above A or B average. Try to really be involved. I'd say that would be my biggest piece of advice for that. Because if you are, I feel like you'll be accepted with no problem whatsoever. Most of the people that I actually talk to and most of the people that I know on campus have that background of having diversity in their background, or having really good grades, or having been like one of the best athletes in their schools, or having been involved in a lot of clubs or extracurriculars. So just do that and you'll be set to go, guys.
Just like a pill.
Alright guys, so I actually have a friend with me right now. His name is Sam, and he plays tennis on campus, and he's actually going to answer one of you guys' question, which was, is tuition actually free at Berea College?
What's up guys? So tuition is free at Berea College. However, tuition and room and board are kind of different. So we have free tuition, but a lot of students still pay term bills based on room and board. And part of this tuition free promise is that we all have jobs on campus. So Silvia and I, part of the work program, we work kind of in the same department. We work in the same area really, but we get compensated per hour depending on your wage level, salary.
Yeah.
It's WLS, whatever that stands for. But so all freshmen start at a WLS level 1, and then you move up as you move up, kind of in jobs and in ranking. Managers get like a 5, the highest you can go is a 6. But yeah, so the longer you're here, the more you can earn. And then also, it's kind of a double-edged sword because the more you earn, the more you're expected to save. And so each year your term bill goes up a little bit just because you're estimated to have saved X amount of dollars, and you can contribute that back to the college. But all in all, it's a pretty good situation. It's pretty much free for most people. I know some people who come out of here with less than $10,000 of loans, but it's so much better than what you would pay at like a state or public school.
Well, thank you so much, Sam. And hit him up. He's actually going to be here next year. So if you see this video and you see him on here, let him know, all right, so that he's famous and all that sort of stuff. So another question which was asked was if you have any Nigerians here in the school. And yes, we do. We have Ghanaians, we have Nigerians, we have people from Egypt, we have Moroccans, we have a lot of international students. Of course, there is a select number of international students admitted each year, and I'll put the number right here. But overall, we do have quite a bit of students accepted from each part of the, how you say, like the globe, for each year. I think someone actually ended up commenting on that question, and they said about 4 Nigerians are accepted per class. So don't quote me on that, but that's something that somebody said. Alright guys, so the next question was, what is social life / campus life / student life like here at Berea College? And I have a friend here, his name is Jordan, who's going to help answer that question for you guys.
What's up? There's really one word that comes to mind when I think about it, and it's just incredible. I mean, it's so I mean, even though it's a really small school, small campus, it's really lively, given that there's so many campus organizations and clubs that are available to the student body. And there's so many different ways to get involved, whether you want to do something like service work, or you want to come and work out at the gym, or you want to do some sort of sporting event, or you want to do something as far as like an academic organization goes, like speech and debate. There's so many different ways to get involved, and I'm in a number of different organizations. Like I'm currently on a dance team right now called Sazon Latino. I currently am in the Presidential Running Club, which we run 4 miles every Tuesday, Thursday morning. And I do Zumba, yoga Pilates, and I'm also in one of the service groups here on campus called People Who Care. But yeah, so for the limited expertise I have as only a freshman with campus life here, I would say that it's all around just incredible. I love it. There's never a day when I don't see a really good friend or somebody that I can have a really good time with, and just chat with, or go to the gym and work out with. There's always something to do. So it's campus life here is awesome. It's incredible.
So would you say that as a freshman, it's a good idea to get involved in extracurriculars and just sports or anything in general, even service activities?
That's right. I would say that's kind of what's made my my freshman year actually really enjoyable, because the schoolwork certainly is not. So you got to find
Yes.
you have to find ways to have a good time outside of all the studies, and getting involved is a way to do that.
Yeah, in general, just getting involved, that's how you're going to make a lot of your friends, as well as like within the residential dorm that you're living in. That's also going to help a lot. So just keep that in mind. Get very involved your first year, because that's where you're going to make your friends for the next 4 years.
That's right. That's right.
All right, thank you so much, Jordan.
Of course, thank you. Thank you.
We really appreciate your input, and if
thanks.
any of y'all happen to see him on campus next year, he's going to be here for the next 3 years. So just don't forget to holler at him. He's super awesome. He loves working out with everyone. So if you like working out as well, make sure to hit him up. And going on to the next question. See you guys.
No, do me in the worst way.
Another person had asked if the showers were public or private, that sort of thing. Well, for the most part, most of the dorms on campus do have public bathrooms. This means that you're sharing these restrooms, which are usually about, I'd say, 2 to 3 restrooms per floor, and about 3 to 4 showers, again, per floor, with 15 to 20 other girls. It's really not that bad, because we have FAs whose job on campus is to actually clean these public areas, as well as like the common areas within the dorms. And so yeah, they stay clean pretty much year round, and they do a really good job at maintaining these common areas. Run, Forrest, run. Stephanie, a previous well, an alumni now of Berea College, actually commented on that question and did mention how there are suites. And so yes, these suites, you do tend to kind of, in a sense, share bathrooms with less people, because I'd say, I think the maximum that you can have in the suite is about 8 to 10 people. Don't quote me on that, but I know it's a much smaller ratio than if you were to be living like in a common area where you're sharing, you know, with more people, that sort of thing. I'm sorry guys, I'm not the best for like explaining or giving answers, but I feel like a lot of you guys just kind of come to my channel since I'm the only one really putting videos out there about Berea College, and I hope that you're all enjoying the scenery, because today has been one of like the warmer days so far this year that Berea has experienced, and oh my gosh, I am living for this weather right now, guys. If you were kind of like hoping for a bathroom just for yourself, you're not gonna get that on Berea. We don't have private bathrooms.
Don't let me sleep, never say sorry. Oh, maybe I'll leave.
So I actually missed a few questions, and this is because I had left my notebook with all your guys' questions here in the dorm when I went to go work out, and I didn't feel like coming back, so here we are. But I'm gonna answer those questions right now. The question was, does Berea College provide accommodation? And I'm guessing by that you mean whether they provide like a dorm or like a living area for you to like stay here while you study. And yes, every freshman all the way up until like around your junior year are required to live on a dorm on campus. And it's not a bad thing, because that's where you're gonna find the majority of your friends, so just enjoy it, okay? That's where you're gonna get the majority of the help that you need at times. If you need homework help, if you need help moving things in, if you need just help in general, or even just somebody to socialize with, you're gonna be literally, you know, right next door to somebody who might be able to help you with your problem. So don't be shy to go out and do that. Around your senior year, you actually can get into a lottery, as well as like super seniors. Super seniors have like a higher status, and so this goes into a whole nother how do you say, and this goes into a whole other thing, which is called the lottery. So in Berea College we have a lottery, and each student is assigned a lottery number. So you're gonna have the highest lottery number if you're the oldest in the grade, say if you're like a super senior or a senior here in college, as well as how just like the number implies it's a lottery number, so you're getting a random number. If you get a good number, that means that it's gonna be like one of the smallest numbers, like around 1 through 50 or somewhere around there. If you get a good number, then you get first pick. The system's gonna open up for you the soonest, and you'll be able to find a room on campus, because you have to change it every year. So if you have a really good lottery number and you're a senior or a super senior, you can apply to live off campus. There are some exceptions, say if you have a family or if you're about to begin one. I think if you're pregnant, I think you can also apply to live off campus. Those two exceptions, you can actually go and live in a little community that's still nearby. It's still at walking distance, but it is called Eco Village. And so you have your own little house with your family and everything, and obviously there's nothing that you can't really pay off with the money that you'll be making through working here, at least from like personal experience. I've been able to pay off everything from like one paycheck left over from what I still had to pay over for room and board, so it's not a huge deal. Which kind of goes into my next answer for a question that somebody had asked. Can I go there by scholarship? And yes, if you can bring a scholarship in with you, even better. Like Berea's gonna love you for that, because then they have to take less out of their endowment to kind of like cover the costs for you to attend here. So if you bring a scholarship in, there are chances that you may not even have to pay anything, and you can just, you know, chill, like, because your scholarship will be covering the rest of room and board, and like the activities fees, those sort of things, like life insurance, which aren't huge costs, but they are still, you know, small minor costs that we get here as students. And it's not going to be different in any other college. Every other college or university that you attend, you're going to have these fees. They're just going to be included with like room and board or under some other name, but yeah, Berea does a lot for you.
Baby, but you know I never will. No, so I I choke you down just like a pill.
And one of the last questions was, when are soccer tryouts, how many people are allowed on a team, and do you have to try out every year, or can you just stay on the team, you know, asked to just stay there and you only have to try out if you're new? So I did, like I said, you know, like you've seen in my videos, I did play soccer here at college for 1 year, but I played a couple more times while in high school, so it's taking that away. But from my experience here is that there are tryouts during preseason. Preseason usually takes place, I think, 1 week before classes actually start and before people can start arriving on campus. And I know most of you are very concerned with regards to like how do we go about training for going into actual competition if we only have 1 week before classes start to get prepared. Honestly, we trained, as far as I can remember, we trained every single day during that preseason. I'm not saying that's, you know, like it makes up for any of the time that you could be using to train before going into competition, but that's really all that Berea allows us to use for preseason. Like I said, this is a D3 school, so our priorities do not rely on sports, and that's how it's always going to be if you decide to come to this college. Sports will never take priority over you attending class or completing work. So if work requires you to attend like this meeting or to do this, then that's going to take priority over, you know, practice or over attending a match. For the most part, most of the jobs on campus I've noticed are very how do you say, like lenient with regards to allowing you to go to a meet or go to a tournament, and just giving you that flexibility to, you know, make up those hours at another time or maybe on another week or something like that. It's not a huge thing, but for the most part you should be prepared for that school and work will always take priority over sports, extracurriculars, dance clubs, any of that sort of thing. So it's not a bad thing because, you know, you are here to learn, and it is a D3 school, so our priorities are our education. But, you know, if you are somebody who's looking to take sports more seriously, this, you know, that's going to be the downfall with regards to attending the school. With regards to how many people are on the team, that's usually going to vary by trainer, by coach. I remember when I had tried out, our coach had been kind of like flexible, as in he only had a set number of girls that he could have on our team, but he was like, okay, I know, you know, you 2 or 3 actually want to like be in the team as well. I'm gonna admit I wasn't one of like the best ones either, so I feel like I was one of those girls. But overall, he knew that we wanted to play, and he just took us into the team. We traveled with them, we did everything, you know, and it wasn't like a huge problem. So I wouldn't say that there is like a very limit that we're kind of confined to. I'd say it's going to vary by sport as well, and the availability that we have with regards to like students wanting to participate in the sports themselves. When I had tried out, basically a friend was able to get me in. She had tried out our freshman year, got in, went through that season, and so I tried out my sophomore year. So she basically just asked the coach, hey, you know, I have a friend who wants to join the team. So he asked me to come to one of their scrimmages towards the end of that freshman year. So I came to their scrimmages, kind of like watched the team, and so I talked to him a little bit as we were watching the scrimmage, and then that's kind of when he like took me and he's like, all right, well, just come to our preseason and you'll be good to go. And so that's what I did, and I played soccer that year, and it was all cool. But one of the questions which I missed was, is it easy to find a good job after graduating from this college? And honestly, it's not a question I can really answer for you right now. I have had on both sides friends who have like come out of college and have found a graduate school just like that, you know, and been accepted just like that, or have gone into the workforce and been accepted just like that. As well as I've had friends who have kind of like moved elsewhere and kind of just played around with like different work areas because they couldn't really find a job in their field. So I can't really speak of that from experience because I still haven't graduated myself, but once I graduate, I may get back on here and answer that question for you guys. Okay guys, so excuse the sound in the background. That's actually, I think there's a few scrimmages going on between some high schools here at the college. I'll always show you the gym overlaid on top of this audio right here, just so you can see what the indoor gym where the basketball games are held, that sort of stuff. Alright guys, so I hope I answered all of you guys' questions today. If I didn't, if you have any more questions that you would like for me to go ahead and answer in the next video, go ahead and drop the comments down below, as I said so already before. And if you would like for me to answer a bonus question, which is what somebody asked, which is, do you like Berea College? And yes, the short answer is yes, I do like Berea College. I thoroughly have enjoyed my time here, and but I just feel like this video would not make it justice with regards to covering all the parts of attending Berea College that I have enjoyed throughout the years. So if you would like to see that video, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, and if this video reaches, I'm gonna say 25 likes. If this video reaches 25 likes, I will do a video on the things that I like about Berea College. Okay? So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I appreciate every single one of you guys watching and supporting me and coming along on this little journey of whatever it is that I'm trying to do. And I will see you guys in the next video.